This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the VP of Exploration for Q2 Metals, Mr. Neil McCallum. Neil, congratulations are in order. How are you today, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks, Gerardo.
Well, let's get right into it. I'll read the headline, and I don't want to steal the thunder, so I would let you provide the context. But the headline reads, Q2 Metals intercepts multiple wide intervals, including, and this is important, y'all, a cumulative of 194.8 meters of spodumene pegmatite in hole CS24-10 at the Cisco Lithium property in James Bay. Congratulations, sir. That was far from a one-off. Every hole in there looked really, really impressive. I'll let you provide the context there, Neil.
Yep. Okay, for sure. So we are very pleased to have really only the fourth hole of the program. It's hole 10, but we're taking over the numbering from the original project. So to have that large of an interval after only a few holes into the project is pretty nice, because we're just going to keep, trying to make repeated successes of this along strike. And I think it's been noted that one major 86.6 meter interval is slightly deep, not too deep to conceptualize in a potential open pit scenario, but we need to drill more to understand what this looks like higher elevation, but like off to the races, because we're just getting started here, and these first few holes are doing great, and we've got lots of room to expand as well. So I just absolutely couldn't be happier with the results so far.
Well, listen, when we talk district scale potential, that's a phrase that often, it gets tossed around a lot in this business. And what really stood out to me outside of the amazing, initial results is the line that mentions the mapping and the sampling program discovering 8 new spodumene pegmatite occurrences, which, brings us to 15 now across an area spanning 1.1 by 1.7 kilometers. Just for context, can you explain to everybody how much of the property has actually been mapped and sampled? Because I think you're on to something that's going to be pretty damn significant.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, thus far, we've got, I don't know, I'd say about a third of the property covered, and that's not too far outside of that dimension that you've mentioned, that 1.7 by 1.1. So we've got the strike direction along the trend of the greenstone, which is obviously the best place to look for these pegmatites, because that seems to be the model so far. So we're going to keep going in either direction, and then we've got a few other trends on the property to the south of the one that we're looking at right now. So we're just going to wait and see throughout the summer. Our two-pronged effort is trying to get this developed as soon as possible, to get the drilling and the mapping and sampling to understand just how much of this project we're going to need to drill eventually. So we're just lots of potential to uncover so far, but already this is going to take us a while to drill out. So super excited to see what summer holds.
When do you anticipate, and I know this is dicey, but when do you anticipate assays to start coming in?
Yeah, we've sent off the first batch, and then we are going to let the lab do its thing. We've let them know that we wanted priority results. So I don't like putting out a number of weeks, but we'll get it out to market as soon as possible for this first batch of holes, and then the sampling on the property.
No, listen, exciting times. Congratulations. Looking forward to the assays. We have an indication from the historic assays that you've validated of what the grade should look like. And if it holds anything close to that, again, I think you're on to something pretty special, pretty significant, and it should be a really, really fun exploration season. Anything to add to that, Neil?
Nope, not at all. I just, a couple things, I guess. The mineralization in terms of the spodumene looks consistent as we tested along trend. So like you mentioned about the grade, we're anticipating similar results, but of course the lab's going to tell us the truth. And then to back that up, like, we're just getting started on this one outcrop, CO1. And like you mentioned, we're up to CO15. So we're just going to keep linking these up, hopefully. We're heading towards the direction of the other one, CO3, to the southwest. And that should be, you know, about 800 meters if those two link up. So, you know, with dimensions that we have so far, we're doing some back of the envelope calculations, which are making us pretty happy. But again, it's all going to come out in the drill bit and through the news through the rest of the summer.
You mentioned the possibility, before I let you go, Neil, you mentioned the possibility that several of the occurrences are linked at depth, and that there's a very significant and very real possibility of that. How long will it take for the drill bit to define whether or not that is the case? From a non-geologist, speculator's perspective, and I'm an optimist and I'm a shareholder, it looks like it's all linked to me. But again, I'm not the geologist and I'm not the one overseeing this drill program. When will we know for sure how much of this at depth links up?
Yeah, I think we'll likely have that news out on our next news release. We'll know what that looks like. You know, our current drilling is still positive, and we're still happy with what we're seeing in terms of some of these occurrences linking up at depth. But you know, it's one of those things where we won't know until we drill, because we just can't see the outcrop in some of these areas. It's a little bit intermittent with the little ridges of outcrop, so we have to use the drill to map that out in between. But once we find a direction, we just keep going.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks again for your time, Neil. We'll chat again soon, and congratulations, sir.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Cheers now. You as well. Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.